Hi there. Why is it so difficult for us to make decisions? So there's a Pink Floyd song that I think talks about exactly this. So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain. Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rail, a smile from a veil? Do you think you can tell? They're asking us, Pink Floyd, do we think we can tell? Do you think you can tell when you're going to make a choice? Do we know what's going to bring us to something that feels like heaven to us? What's going to bring us to something that feels like hell? Can we tell? Very often we can't. And that's, of course, what makes decisions so difficult. Did they get you to trade your heroes for ghosts? Hot ashes for trees, cold, hot air for a cool breeze, cold comfort for change. Did you exchange a walk-on part in the war for a lead role in a cage? It might seem like we're going to trade something that's so important to us, so good, for something that we think is great but will turn out to be nothing. We might change, if we're not careful, we might trade our heroes for ghosts. Sometimes we hold up one option opposite another and we just don't know what's better. What's better, hot ashes or trees? Of course, first answer is trees, right? But hot ashes, that's what we get when we use trees for fuel or for heat. Really, we want them both. We don't want to have to choose. We want them both. So sometimes we'll choose the cold comfort of familiarity over change. How I wish you were here. We're just two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl, year after year, running over the same old ground. What have we found? The same old fears. Wish you were here. So when we're swimming round and round in that fishbowl and we're running over the same old ground year after year, when does that happen? When we're not choosing and we're stuck. So often, of course, being stuck is also a choice. It's not a conscious choice, but staying in the same place is a choice as well. So often we focus on the choice that we don't have. You know, we do that especially even when something's going well. Do you ever have that happen to you? Someone says to you, "Wow, you're dealing so well with X," or "You're doing so great at whatever," and we say, "What choice do I have?" But we need to notice the choices that we do have. It's kind of like when we're putting a little kid to bed, and that child is just not interested, and we might say, "Do you want to go to bed by helicopter or by wheelbarrow?" To try to help the child deal with the immensity of choicelessness in their whole lives. We need to do the same thing. In the face of our choicelessness, we need to see what we can choose. What options, what are the places of choice for us? Let's say they're putting up I find out they're putting up a big building right outside my window here, a skyscraper. It's going to take 3 years to build, and my whole home has completely changed now. So what do I do? Well, I can stay and insist that reality be different, which is so often what we do. It shouldn't be this way. Why are they putting that thing up? I moved here and it was like this. You know, we want it to be different and we kind of stay there. Or else we go back and forth, that round and round, back and forth between the different options and nothing seems right to us. Or sometimes we know exactly what we should do, but we don't move. We don't do it. We can't get ourselves to do it, and we might not even know why. So what do we need to do instead? Well, we might want to say to ourselves, wish you were here. Instead of being in an alternate reality in our minds that we wish existed, to be here, to face this reality. It's not a perfect reality. It's our reality in this moment. So what's my situation? And what are my options? And to develop in ourselves, to cultivate a mindful equanimity so we can look deeply inside and see, okay, these are my options. This is how I feel about them. This is why I think this one is good. This is why I don't like this one at all. This is why I don't like this one at all. And to choose. To choose is to deal with the imperfection of reality and to create our lives as best we can. So I wish us each, all of us, that calm attentiveness to ourselves where we can look at our feelings and thoughts about the options that we have and make truly good decisions for ourselves.